Hi, my name is Kåre and I'm Business Development Manager of KnowGo. And this video is the second of two with the aim to show how you design big IT solutions using the Mauritius Machine, which is our product. And in the first video I showed how a solution could look like, a building permit application solution in Denmark. And now in the second bit I will show you how we design this solution. So I assume that you have already checked out the other video, otherwise the current video will maybe not make so much sense. Just to recap, we applied for a building permit in a workflow, and we did so as an applicant that went through a number of steps, which we have here. And once the application was submitted with electronic signature, this being part of the application, the caseworker would then take on a part of the the decision making, and we made a final decision of granting the construction permit, or the building permit. Alright, and so this was a workflow with two roles and a range of phases. You see them here, and a lot of fields, and they were all also generated, but from what, you might say, and that's what I'm going to show you now. So this is the process matrix. Again, I assume you have been introduced to what a process matrix is. We have another video which shows you in brief what it is and why it has certain benefits. So I'll just show you now in a more detailed mode how you design a solution like the one you've just seen in the other video, that is. So I want to focus on the first step, which is if we view it as an applicant, it's the step that we have here. You will notice that the step has actually it has three booleans here, but they have a show hide condition that if you click that I'm a private person, then this other boolean will disappear. And then you have a group of fields with first name, middle name, last name, which also has a condition on them, and these fields will have the condition that the applicant must be a private person for the person to show. And if I click that I'm a company and not a person, you will instead see two other fields which have a condition saying that they only appear if the applicant is a company. And the applicant's address, this group, which I collapsed now and expand, and to keep it in focus I'll collapse the other two. This group of fields have no condition on them. Whatever I say, they are relevant, so they should always be shown. And now I want to show you how we design this step, including the fact that there's a help text on. So this is a step with an auto-generated form. It's the first step, the applicant and applicant's role. And that we do in Excel. So you notice here we have the structure of the workflow to the left, and we have highlighted the step. And in the English language, which is this column, it will be called applicant and applicant's role, and it's called this name, ansøger, in the Danish language. If I switch to Danish, this is the text that will appear in the menu. You will notice the E's, the E here denotes who can execute the step, and there are actually a number of roles that are allowed to execute the step. First of all, the resident of the building and the owner as well. And if you invite an architect, you can let the architect execute the step. That is, you can let the architect fill it on your behalf. The architect will not be allowed to sign though, but the architect can do all the information filling. And a tester role, which you can use as an admin as well to be able to execute any step. We usually sell solutions where an administrator can do everything. So this is the role grid for this step. Then there's a number of predecessors, none in this case, because for demo purposes I don't use predecessors. They make it hard to demonstrate. We can also specify freeze conditions, and there are none here, which means once you have passed a certain step, like for instance signing, then the preceding steps will freeze and you cannot modify them anymore. Now for the decision variables, these are the checkboxes. You see three here. Those were the three checkboxes that appeared, and you can tell that the company checkbox is not relevant if it's a person, and vice versa. So they have a cross relevance, saying that this one will disappear if the other one is checked. Whereas the wish to invite an architect is that's checkbox will appear even in any case, that is. But I opted not to check it. If we continue to the right, how we design the step, we'll now go to the data elements, and they are out here to the right. You will notice, by the way, that there was a help text which appeared. The English one was called "This is a help text," and that's the one that flies in from the right here. And then to the right of this we have the data grid, and we'll notice that we have a number of person data, 4 fields, and those fields are the ones that you will get if you say that it is a person. 4 fields: first name, middle, last name, and applicant's CPR number, and those are those 4 fields here, and the labels that we get to appear will be here at the bottom, and they are here. These are the 4 labels that we see next to the fields, and there are labels for each language. You see there's one for English here and one for Danish below. So, and they are all relevant if D11 is true. We just left that part of the grid. D11 is the checkbox saying that this is a person. D12 is the checkbox saying that this is a company, and if that one is active, then those 2 fields become relevant. So again, if you unselect this one and select this, you get 2 fields: company name and applicant's CVR number, CVR company register number. And then you get a number of fields which have no condition. The green one is the condition. I hope you have understood that by now. And there are these number of fields which will always appear on that form. So the point is, each column is a data element, and if you want to add a data element, you just add a column. You do that in the menu here, and you just insert a column. And if you want that field to appear on the step, now it warns you that it has the same name, so I'll call it applicant postal code city 2 code, in which case it's unique, and this letter A star will mean that it's accessed, and the star is that it is relevant. So if I publish this workflow, there will be another field like this underneath this one saying so far the same thing. So you simply add a data element by adding a column. You put it on a form by putting letters in the grid. Now the field will appear on this step as well. You add a field by adding a row like this, and you have to uniquely name it. In this case I'll just name it by doing so. And you do things like electronic signature quite simply by saying that you insert a signature step, and you put X if you want to extract that information, and you put M to say that if that piece of information is modified, then you have to repeat the signature. So XM is what you usually do for a signature, in that if the information changes, you have to sign it again. Thereby the M and the X will automatically put it in the signing picture, which you have seen on a previous video. So this is how easy it is to design rather big solutions using a very simple process matrix in Excel. And we have made it actually the best of 2 worlds. It's an application that you cannot screw up the formatting in Excel, because we have locked the sheet, and the buttons here will assist you in doing the design tasks. So that's how you do it, and I wish you good luck with making solutions using the process matrix. I hope we get in contact and can create some value together. Thanks for listening.